you know that there are techniques that can make your bass line sound like a pro? Yes, there are various techniques that you can employ when you are playing your bass that can make your bass line sound groovy or sound like that of a professional. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you 4 techniques that will help your bass line sound like that of a pro. Alright, so if you are ready for the lesson, then grab your bass and let's dive into it. Alright, so the first technique we are going to look at is the hammer-on. Now the hammer-on technique. What's the hammer-on technique? So it's just you play a note, then the next note you hammer on it. You don't play it, okay? So you play your note, you hammer on the note, or you can do it in a tone or a semitone. So a semitone, then a full tone. Okay, so okay, so you play a note, you hammer on the next one. The next note you don't play it, you just hammer on it, okay? You just place your next finger on it to create a different sound, okay? Or you can do it in this string. Okay, yeah. So now, what's the exercise you can use in developing this technique? Now the exercise you can do this to develop this technique by playing something like this. So you play this exercise. Okay, so how do you do this? You play your first note, then the next note you move a tone, okay? A tone. So your next note is coming from here, then the third note. Is that okay? But the first one you play, you hammer on the 2, okay? So you go down the next one, and the 4th one. So you have to use a metronome to do that, okay? Now in the groove, let's see how we can use this. Let's see how we can apply this. Let's say in the key of A. In the key of A, okay? So I'm going to play a reggae groove. Simple groove, you can use something like that, okay? Now, so that's the first technique. Guys, if you are enjoying this lesson, then kindly subscribe and also like and share to others. The only way you can support this channel is by subscribing and also sharing the videos to others. Technique number 2 is your ghost notes. Now, if you want especially those of you who like African praise, African music, if you want your African music to be African bass lines to be groovy, you need to know how to use the ghost notes. Ghost notes are just talking about muted notes, okay? So you play the note and you mute. You don't place your hand so hard on it, you just place your finger on it slightly and to give you a different sound, okay? So the effect is it is the left finger that is creating that effect, not your right, okay? So the first one you press it hard, the second one just place your hand on it. Good. Now, how do you develop this technique? Now, you can use an exercise. So, an exercise like this. So, let's use a major scale to do that, okay? Let's say the major scale, which is. So, each note we'll play a ghost note before we play the second, okay? So after you play each of the notes, you play a ghost note before you play the next one, okay? You just use the same finger that where you play the first note, that's where you just do the ghost note, okay? just leave your finger on it and you play the goes note. Then re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Okay, so you can do it very fast. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, you just need to use a metronome and keep doing that. If you don't know much about ghost notes, I've done a lesson on it. I'll drop the link in the comment section. You go and watch. Alright, so let's see how we can apply ghost note. Okay, so a simple groove like this. You can just use, if you're able to develop that technique, you can use the ghost notes well. Is that okay? Now the third technique is the vibratos. Now for the vibrato, we have three ways of using the vibratos. Now the first one is just by playing the strings and just moving it upwards or up and down. Okay, you play then move it upwards, up and down. That's one. Then another one is by playing a note, then you use the other finger to do the vibration. Okay. Then the third one is by, or something like you do it somewhere. Yeah, so those are the three ways you can use the vibratos. Now the first one is just by playing your string and you move it up and down, okay, anywhere at all. Then you can do it on any finger. So the exercise you can use is by, maybe you can play, you can just pick your bass, try that. Maybe let's say you can pick a groove, then any groove you play, you decide, you choose on the notes you would like to do the vibrato on. Okay, so let's say maybe a groove like okay, so yeah, something like that. Are you getting it? Now the second vibrato is what I said, you can be doing. So that one you play a note here, then you vibrate on the third one, okay, on the second note. You can also do it on the, this is a semitone, you can do it on a whole tone, or you can go something like that. Is okay. So just pick a groove and try and see if you can fix it in somewhere. So let's say, for instance, if you want to play a groove like a, it's not every place that you use this technique. You just have to choose one note. Okay, if not, it will take over the groove and it will sound boring. Okay, so that's the third technique. The last technique is a slide. Now slide is just by pulling your string and playing something like this. You can do it this way or this way, something like that. Okay, so let's say in a groove like this, you can do something like this. Okay, so something like that, you can use it. Now let's play a groove and let's try all these four techniques and see how it will sound. So let's say in the same, that's reggae groove. So let me play it normally without those techniques. Then let's see how it will sound. Then let me add the techniques and see how it will go. So so guys, if you are enjoying this lesson, then kindly subscribe and also like and share to others. The only way you can support this channel is by subscribing and also sharing the videos to others. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of the lesson. See you in the next lesson.